Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. The question of today is, what was the first crypto you ever bought? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm really interested to see your answers. Now also guys, I again want to say I really appreciate all of you that have been pressing the like button and subscribing. My goal is to hit 50,000 subs by the end of the year, and with this pace, I don't think we'll make it, but at least we'll get somewhere close, and I'm really appreciative of all that you guys have been doing. Now today is going to be more of a Ripple XRP type of video. We have some more Bitcoin and general crypto things at the end, but it's mostly a couple of really interesting things I want to show you surrounding Ripple. So first of all, a tweet from Ripple just came out, which reads, Ripple is committed to fostering more diversity and inclusion in blockchain and are proud to pledge our partnership in SHA 256 Coalition for Diversity, help quantify the gap that exists today by taking the future of blockchain study here. It's just another good initiative that Ripple is doing. I just personally like to support that type of stuff. And it's also nonprofit in this case, so I think that's very, very good that they're trying to help out. Then something I think a lot of you guys like, which I want to talk about for a little second. And yes, I'm talking about Ripple XRP Riddles. And now before we get into that, make sure you also follow me on Twitter at the DustyBC. Make sure you follow me on there because I'll be posting more and more and more on here as we go on. Try to give you guys some cool content, but I want to see you guys get more active. And if you guys ever have some articles to share or you want to cover or me to cover in the video, just add it to me on Twitter and I'll check it out and I'll give you credits for it, of course. So Reborn says on Twitter, in a time already set, a target will be met. XRP will take its throne and your mind will be blown. So that's okay. But in the time that is now, patience will allow for calmness to pervade until the tracks are laid. Darkness into light, a future that is bright, 1, 2, and 3 will lead to XRP. Timeline, done. Here we are, and this is loading up. Then that's it, maybe, I don't know, or a couple new things, a couple red lights and things and whatnot. And basically, I just want to kind of update you guys on the Riddle situation. Personally, am not really all up for it, but I actually recently had a poll, which I did on my Twitter as well, which is also why I want you guys to follow for this type of stuff. And I noticed a lot of you guys actually still like and believe the riddles that are going on in XRP, which made me think, maybe I should give them a little bit more of an attention piece. And I just quickly wanted to clarify later on as well. I don't know where I did it, somewhere in here. But I really am not against riddles at all. I just dislike riddles that talk about a ridiculously high price in a ridiculously short amount of time. Things like this, I actually don't think hurt anybody in the essence because he's not, telling people to do something stupid right there. He might just make people analyze something, or he might just be pointing towards something to analyze. But I don't think that's bad. Just claiming a ridiculously high price somewhere or saying that that is correct or really pointing towards a ridiculously high price in a short amount of time, that's what I think is toxic and is really FUD. But this type of stuff, I don't think it hurts. It just keeps people busy and it's just entertainment. So I think it's fine, at least in my book. Jack the Rippler asked a question on Twitter, and I want to see you guys' opinion on that one. He says, 50 cents this weekend. Let me know your thoughts, XRP. And I think it's just completely a joke. I think, but I don't know. Because I am not convinced XRP will reach 50 cents this weekend. It would be pretty crazy if it did, though. It's like 150% that it would have to do over the weekend here. So my opinion on that is don't expect it to happen. Don't get excited for it. It's just a question to stir up some controversy possibly, but the chance is very small. Then over into Shaco the Recto Dago. Known XRP holders will poop out some 13 types of colors when they see XRP roar like a lion and gains a couple of 100% in seconds. Once they logged in on their exchange, XRP surpassed all-time high, and they'll need to buy half of an XRP because their balance is too low to buy a full one. So again, take this with a grain of salt, but basically one of the points he's making here is that at one point in the future, the price will most likely rise like crazy. And at least my interpretation of this and my perception is that you will be perplexed and you will be left stainless when some crazy rise in price happens again. Because oftentimes we're like, all right, but if the price goes up like crazy, we'll catch it, all right, or we'll buy more once that occurs. But he does make a point. It will happen in seconds. That's not completely true. It will most likely happen over the course of a couple of weeks or a couple of days, some crazy price rises. But it will happen so fast, and most people will not have adequate time to react to it. And it is something you should keep in mind, though, that I encourage everybody to never in their lives invest more than they are able to lose, just because it's not worth it, all right? Even if you become rich off that crazy investment, it's really not worth the risk you're taking right then and there. Because if you're losing more than you can, you can really end up in some shady situations, which really should never be the goal. And also, they should consider, however, that some investments that they're making right now, could be really proportionately smaller than they think it would be. So to kind of reiterate and kind of summarize what I'm just trying to say here is that, let's say, for example, $1,000 investments. It's a very big amount of money to invest into something so speculative, in theory, yes. But you should always be looking at margins right there for what you will be able to earn, right, over a longer period of time. And if you get a realistic view of yourself, it might be a freak ton of money, but it won't be $1 billion, right? You get me right then and there. And that's also like a lot of people told me, at least, they've just invested, let's say, for example, $100 right now into crypto. And once prices start to reflect again and they got some confidence, they might look to invest more, or something like that. I know it's kind of counterintuitive, but that's really the idea that some people have. Once they get a confirmation that crypto is here to stay, they'll invest more. But I'm always like, but if you get that notice, then the price will all be ridiculously high and you'll be too late. And they're like, well, it's worth it. And I'm just want to prepare you guys for that scenario. You should always think about that everything can go ridiculously fast, but all right. Bubba Cogs, who is an advocate supporter of XRP 589, which I don't like, whatever, just made another riddle type of thing, I believe. I don't know. Just to state the obvious, it is extremely naive to assume you will ever read, in 6 months from now, we will use XRP. And actually, by the way, this was not a riddle, but this was just a normal piece. That's why I actually kept it in the video. This isn't how it happens. It's an instant boom. The goal is not to make sure mass people make money. Those who are already in win. Those who don't and who aren't miss the boat. It's a good point. It's a very solid point, and it's one of the first times I ever agreed to Bubba Cogs. It's the fact that a lot of people kind of expect that these announcements would come up front. Like, for example, the 589 and stupid stuff like that people can make that assumption like that and it will just happen. But that's not the way it goes. People expect things and predict things because of percentages, right? And because of history and because of their quote unquote analysis, but never is there really any big facts as to what's going to occur. Same goes for these big price rises that people claim to happen over a course of 6 months. I actually, a couple days ago, showed you guys an analysis of, I think, May or something like that, where somebody claimed the price was going to be going insane in May or insane in, for example, November. And you guys in the comment section were all, I guess, pretty up to date with that type of stuff, and also me. We're like, how can you know? And how does that make sense? And Bubba Cogs made a valid point. If there's going to be a run, it's going to be like a snap, and we can't prepare for that type of stuff. Jack the Rippler just said on Twitter, Swift GPI is the new fast system from Swift. But the Bank of America still waits 10 days to receive the money from Japan. Hashtag XRP. And I've told you guys tens of thousands of times already, if we're talking about sending money across the world, if we're talking about transacting money to different countries and doing cross-border settlements, there is no better way to do it than XRP. And ODL, they're just made for this specifically, and I don't think there's any other way to do it. Period. We're just seeing all these other systems which might, at one point kind of bundle together, not do good in comparison to XRP. XRP, the standard productions, just posted something on Twitter, which, gave me a little bit of the giggles. And that's some that I think should also be appreciated in the community. And I'm just waiting for the one day an analyst is going to look at this piece of news, quote unquote news by him, and take it as if it's real, right? Because it says here, Trump shuts down all non-essential cryptos, XRP only one left, right? And I know from just looking at it that it's fake, and also because this guy makes the satire and fun productions. But there's going to be one analyst at one point who's going to be like, oh my God, he's going to copy it all and make his own article out of it. Trust me, guys, one day is going to be coming. But I guess another point here is that some of the things that he is posting are quite entertaining, and there's a little of a strange line between what is entertainment that should be allowed and what is considered FUD, because some people will definitely take this into the wrong hole, and think like, oh, you're scamming us, you're pointing out fake news, and some others are just saying like, well, it's just an artistic piece, right? It's just a piece of it's just some fun, and I think I'm leaning more towards the fun side of things. Max Keiser doubles down on his $400,000 Bitcoin price prediction. Max Keiser is not backing down from his eye-opening or eye-popping $400,000 Bitcoin price prediction. Bitcoin is still attractive, oil and dollar are going to zero. So it's actually been really, really, really popular to state that right now. The dollar is crashing, the oil has been below zero, it will just, that type of stuff is all going around right now. Interest rates will decline and thus banking system will not work anymore, and thus Bitcoin and gold will skyrocket. Max Keiser said on Twitter, Saudis says, we'll keep pumping until demand for oil goes to zero. America says, we'll keep printing until demand for US dollar goes to zero. Gold, $10,000. Bitcoin, $400,000. And yeah, that's his new claim that he's making. Some crazy prices. It's more of a meme as well, but still. China's national blockchain will change the world. Professor Michael Sung is founder and chairman of Carbon Blue Innovations, a tech startup, a tech transfer platform for commercializing internationally sourced blockchain, fintech, and digital finance innovation in developing countries. He is also co-director of the Fintech Research Center at the Fan Hai International School of Finance at the Fudan University. This week, China will officially launch a major neo-blockchain initiative called the Blockchain-Based Services Network, BSN, and the BSN is a critical part of China's national blockchain strategy that was announced by President Xi in late November 2019, but went largely under the radar as the simulations announcement of China's digital RMB currency, called the DCEP, swept the world by storm. Only recently was the Western media recognized for the significance of the BSN, which sees its mainland commercial launch in April 25th, which is tomorrow, or kind of today, and the portal's global commercial launch is scheduled for June 25th. A lot is going to be happening, guys, and I'm really, really, really eager to see what is going to be coming off of this, but it's an opinion as we go throughout, and I think you got some cool info already from the top of the article. More problems lurk in shadows for Bitcoin than previously thought. These articles pop up here, right, left, and in the middle, right, the last couple of days. But I think that's because of the halving that is coming up. A lot of speculation is still being done as to what the cause is going to, or what the results are going to be for Bitcoin. Is it going to be normal? Is it going to be bad? Nobody really knows, and I think that's what's stirring up all the controversy and all the debate and all the doubt. Because, people are afraid. People don't know. People are, all over the place in that regard. And some are pointing out to new problems. I don't think there really is. Some pointing out to new vulnerabilities that there not really are. And to quickly read through it a little bit. The upcoming future for Bitcoin miners could include 2 weeks of chaos and a backlog of transactions if the prediction of industry leaders holds true. Industry experts who understand the original design of Bitcoin and why it was designed that way, and transaction processing executives are predicting a shakeup within the digital currency processing sector following the halving. But why? Well, It's always going to be temporary, so it doesn't matter. And this comes from a Bitcoin SV sponsored website, I believe. If we can see the top right here, kind of looks like they're sponsored by Bitcoin SV, kind of looks like it here. So maybe that's also why they posted an article like this. Maybe they got paid for it. You know, maybe they're trying to push Bitcoin down a little bit. As again, it might be looking like they're trying to push Bitcoin SV. It's just something I'm keeping in the back of my head, that they might be biased. And last but not least, why Cardano ADA was rated as excellent in technology wise by Wise Crypto Ratings. Well, I believe Cardano is a very good crypto, to be completely honest with you guys. But I don't take Wise Crypto Ratings serious at all. So I personally don't think these articles are worth it. I don't think Wise ratings are, any way, shape, or form useful, because they aren't. We've discussed this many times. Bitcoin has been rated fair, Ethereum rated good. Yeah, it's just whenever I see that list, I'm like, these guys. So I'm not up for that type of stuff. Cardano, however, very solid coin, very solid future, and a lot they got going for themselves, so I'm pretty excited. However, guys, thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video relatively soon here. Take care, everybody, and have a very nice day.